hoping that the money's going to come back next year doesn't work. It's going to be a reorganization. It's going to be a restructuring. Remember Al Gore, Vice President Al Gore? I served with him in Washington. Give him a round of applause. Vice President Gore talked about reinventing government. Reinventing government was how do you restructure, how do you reorganize, how do you take the old machine and change the machine for today. That's the exercise that state government has to go through. There are 1,000 state agencies. 1,000 state agencies. But by the way, nobody really knows for sure. Nobody can give you a list of the 1,000. You know what it means when you don't know how many state agencies there are? It means there are too many state agencies. That's what it means. Property taxes are going through the roof. Property taxes are driving people from their homes, literally. Of the top 16 counties in the United States with the highest taxes, all 16 counties in the state of New York. All 16 counties. They talk about Nassau and Westchester having the highest tax in absolute dollars. By percentage of home value, it's upstate New York. It's the rural counties in upstate New York. It's driving people from their homes. The cost of government is making people leave the state. Literally. And you know what that is? How many governments do we have in the state of New York? Now you're a smart room. You're top 99.9 percentile in terms of government and politics. How many governments do we have? 10,521 governments. When you add up all the counties and the towns and the villages and the lighting district and the water district and the sewer district, 10,521 governments. You know what, my friends? We can't afford 10,521 governments anymore. That's what it comes down to. What this state government has to realize. It's not just about balancing a budget. It's about changing the way we do business, rolling up your sleeves, reorganizing and restructuring this government. That's what the budget's all about. The second thing we have to do, we have to clean up the mess in Albany. We have to clean up disgrace that is the legislative process. We have to clean up the gridlock. We have to clean up the dysfunction. We have to clean up the waste. We have to clean up the delay. Enough is enough, my friends. The state government works for the people. And the people have been failed by this state government. We also have to say that in this Democratic Party, there is no place for government corruption, period. This is a government that has violated the public trust and betrayed the public trust. And government is nothing without the public trust. It's about a relationship. And any relationship without trust fails. And when the citizens don't trust their government, the government fails. The government is only as good as the level of trust that people have. And this government has violated the trust. And this next year has to be about restoring the relationship and restoring the trust so people know that government works for them and it has their interest in mind. We also this year have to hear and understand the concerns of the people in this state and understand that in this political environment. And I've been all over the state. Everywhere you go, people are scared. People are afraid. They're afraid for themselves. They're afraid about their job. They're afraid for their families. They're afraid about the state. They're afraid about the country. They're afraid. And the fear can turn into an anger. And when the fear turns into an anger, there will be voices and there will be forces that will seek to exploit the anger and exploit the fear. And you're hearing them already, these quote-unquote activist groups. And what they'll try to do is they'll try to turn us against each other. And they'll try to take divisions and exploit divisions. And they'll try to separate us. They'll try to separate upstate from downstate. They'll try to separate us, black from white from brown. They'll use the fear to separate. Our message has to be the exact opposite. We won't hear about division. We are about unity and unifying this state like it's never been unified before. That's who we are. Let them try to divide us. We're going to speak to the better angels in people. And we're going to try to lift people up, and we're going to say, yes, we understand your fear. And yes, we understand your anger. We understand that you're afraid about the economy. We understand that you're afraid for your job. We understand that you are angry that your housing value collapsed in this economic debacle. And when you lost the equity in your home, you lost everything. And when you lost the equity, you lost your retirement, you lost the payment for your daughter's wedding, you lost everything. And we understand that you did nothing wrong, that you had no part in this economic collapse. And we understand that you're angry when you look at Albany and you see it failing day after day after day. And we understand that you're angry when you look at Wall Street and you see them taking $1 million bonuses with your top money and your tax dollars. We understand the anger. But the answer, my friends, has never been for us to turn one against the other. The answer has always been unify stronger than ever before. Come together stronger than ever before. Let's come together and fight the enemy and right this state in a way we've never done before. Because at the end of the day, when we say we're Democrats, that is a worldview for us. And it can be this simple. It says at the end of the day, we are all in this together. We are all in this as a community. Community from the Latin communitas of the common, that there is a cord that connects me to you, to you, to you, to you, and you can't see the cord. But the cord connects us, and the cord weaves a fabric. And when one of us is raised, we're all raised. And when one of us is lowered, we're all lowered. Because we are in this together. That is our vision. And my friends, they are not going to pull us down, because we are going to pull them up. That's what we've always been about.